if we're trying to be lower our energy footprint, and solar panels might be one way to do that, changing our light bulbs could be another. Is there any, do you have any background on when you do that, does there become a surplus of energy in the wiring that will then be producing out the outlets and affecting people's environments? So if you have a 60-watt incandescent and now you put a 4 watts LED in, will that extra energy be diverted and go out and pollute a space somewhere? Is that the power surges that I've heard of?
You know, I think the best answer to your question is, you're basically saying there's a big difference between a 60-watt filament light bulb and a 4-watt LED light bulb.
Yeah.
And I can tell you what my conclusion is. I'll tell you what my house is like.
Okay.
My house is filled with filament light bulbs. And the reason why it's filled with filament light bulbs is I wrote a book called Toxic Light. And I discovered during researching that book that it's known to gardeners who grow plants indoors that the plants grow the best under the filament lights. And the more artificial the lighting product becomes, the less well the plant grows.
Makes sense.
So the big con that's going on in the lighting industry right now is the sale of energy-saving light bulbs, which have a lot of electronics in them driving the light bulb, so that puts dirty electricity onto the system. They're not all the same. Some of these light bulbs are much better than others. It's like a lot of things, but the filament light bulb, it doesn't matter who you buy that from, it's the same. But the electronic light bulbs, there's a very big difference between the different manufacturers and the quality of that electronic driver that drives the light bulb. So you've got to be very careful who you're buying your LED light bulbs from. And the quality of light generally tends to be far inferior to the filament light bulb. So if you are looking to purchase a light bulb on health grounds and to be the most natural light bulb that you can possibly purchase, the only light bulb that you would be purchasing is a filament light bulb.
That makes sense.
And some of these cheaper LED light bulbs, you sound like the 4-watt one, they can really contaminate your electrical system. So you're consuming less energy, but you're paying a price for it with contamination, which is commonly called dirty electricity. So you're going to end up with a lot of dirty electricity on your electrical system, and you could ultimately get sick if the light bulb is generating dirty electricity in a range that will make everybody sick.
Well, I understand if you have like specific health needs in your own home, that would be a concern, but if you're continuing to use filament light bulbs, then the generator would have to work harder to produce more, use more fossil fuels. So that's going to create more pollution worldwide.
It's a great point that you're making, and that argument stands up in summertime.
Yeah.
It completely falls over in wintertime when you need heating in the home, because all that extra energy is going into heat. So your 60-watt light bulb is maybe generating a couple of watts of light. The rest of it's just going in heat. So it's heating up your house. So the 60-watt filament light bulb is 100% efficient in wintertime.
In a cold climate.
In a cold climate, You shouldn't choose any other light bulb in a cold climate.
Right.
Yeah, because all your light bulbs, all your filament light bulbs are heaters. So they're 100% efficient in environments that need heating. And they're producing by far the best quality of light. And if you want the best quality of light, there's a light bulb called the full spectrum light bulb. And they're for daytime use. So if you're using daytime lighting, you should be using full spectrum lighting. And I believe you can get full spectrum LED light bulbs. So there's something to look for on the box. But if you use them at night time, you might find you're getting problems sleeping. It's the blue light. The eye is very sensitive to blue light. It can cause insomnia if you've got too much nighttime blue light in your environment.